Hello and welcome to another update video about VeChain. So we have a look at the daily chart here for VeChain. Still, the problem is we have with this chart is that the initial rally was just in three waves. So it's an ABC structure. This can be bullish, but we have to consider bearish options here as well. We have so far 5 waves to the downside. It is possible that, for example, this wave 2 is already unfolding as an ABC structure. That's, for example, one possibility. Due to this boring sideways action down here, we have quite a few possibilities actually how we can label this. Okay. The problem is, due to this messy structure down here, it's also possible that, for example, wave 4 only completed here in a flat structure. So basically wave 5 would still be in the making. So we shift all of that over. That is a possibility. Don't necessarily like the idea, because if wave 4 finished here, then the B wave, which would be the move down, did overshoot quite a bit, but it's a valid scenario. What I'm observing either way is that we have a good chance still to make another low. So there is no clear confirmation that a lasting low has been established. There is something that you could call a 5-wave move down here. We're going to take a look at that. But it starts to look a little bit like a triangle down there. So let's just assume the 5th wave to the downside is still unfolding. Yeah. Then we can label this to the downside as follows. We could, for example, say, obviously, it would need to be a 5-wave move. So we could say this was a 1, this was a 2, this was a 3, this was a 4, and we are now in a wave 5. Basically in an ending diagonal, okay? So, and in this wave 5, if this is an ending diagonal, the wave 5 would be an ABC structure. And to be honest, it looks a little like that. It looks a little bit like that. We could say that this was an A wave. The B wave is a triangle that's unfolding now with one more low to come in a C wave. And it could hit here the long-term support around 1.27 cents, for example. Yes, there will be levels below that, but we will not be able to give you these levels until we have the B wave complete, because then we can calculate a target for wave C. This, if it's a 5-wave move to the downside and the 5th wave is still unfolding, we should land below 1.34 cents, and the 1.27 cent level is the next support. So I'm watching that scenario. Yeah, we can probably debate if maybe wave 4 even finished here, but it counts better as completed here. But either way, you know, what I observe is this, and it just doesn't make the impression it's finished already. But on the shorter time frame structure, let me just reverse all of that, because it's not confirmed that this is what actually is playing out. Okay, let me just move that back. So I want to show you on the shorter time frame wave count an idea, so how this could unfold as well. And there is a bullish possibility as well. So let's go to the bullish count short term, which is, okay, not necessarily long-term bullish, but at least, you know, we have a potential bullish setup that we've been talking about since June, basically. We can see here this descending wedge that's unfolding. Price broke out, yes. Initial bullish signal, yes. But also still possible to see this wave 5 to the downside I just showed you on the daily chart. And there is, however, a chance for VeChain to turn around from here. If VeChain does it, then this downside move looks fairly incomplete, because it would only be in 3 waves. It probably can be sorted somehow, but it would be a bit of a strange structure. So we can look at this as a wave 1 to the upside, potentially the beginning of a new uptrend. The move down potentially as wave 2, a bit questionable. And the move up would be a wave 3, which would be an ABC structure, because this would all be a diagonal. It has to be. Otherwise, I will not be able to really count this properly. I mean, this move up is not a clear 5-wave move. So yeah, it could work out as an ABC, but it takes a little bit of work to prove that this is what's going on. And in the first instance, we need to see the price break above this descending trend line. So there is much more to prove, yeah. And this idea will be invalidated with a break below 1.46 cents. So, I mean, this bullish count is something as possible, but I've been saying from the beginning that we shouldn't trust it because it is at best a diagonal. So it's something to observe, something to track. I don't have much hope. The only thing is that this here looks corrective. So I give it a chance. But yeah, don't have necessarily too much hope that this is working out. The current market is difficult, but it is a bullish setup that we're tracking. So I'm very open to the idea we could push higher, but it's more like, okay, let's wait and see what happens until we get proof here. This is a bit of it's a potential, but it's not very clear, especially due to the lack of 5 waves to the downside. So it makes this downside move look incomplete. So I gave you some good ideas, I think, on the larger time frame. Keep them in mind. We can certainly still go lower. And if we go up from here, it could just be that C wave. But then again, I haven't got a clear setup on the lower time frame to support this. Maybe this 1-2 setup here that I showed you, but it's unfortunately not a very clear one. It's not an impulsive one. So price hasn't moved for weeks, really. Yeah, it just continues to move sideways here. But I will keep you updated. Hope you liked the update about VeChain. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.